Hello and welcome to part 8 and hopefully the penultimate part of my PS2 collection. And we're going to continue on with the Hitman Triple Pack, which contains Hitman 2 Silent Assassin, Hitman Contracts and Hitman Blood Money. Now out of the three, I definitely say that Blood Money is my absolute favourite. Hitman 2 I never really got into because it was the first sort of pure stealth game I ever played, and it was really tough. Contracts I sort of got about halfway and then sort of gave up on this very sort of linear mission involving this fat Cuban guy on a submarine or a cruise ship, and you had to stop a bomb from going off or something like that. And yeah, I just sort of gave up on that mission. But Hitman Blood Money I sort of played through a good couple of times, most notably on the 360 version. But I just became so addicted to this, trying to find different ways of getting the contracts done. So assassinations even. But yeah, it's a very good collection. I got this for under £10, near the end of last year. So yeah, I really enjoy this. Next up, we have Maximo. This is a sort of platformer slash adventure game. Or let's say a sort of semi-sequel slash homage to Ghosts and Goblins, or Ghouls and Ghosts, depending on where you're from. And yeah, this is like the PS2's equivalent to Dark Souls or Demon Souls, because it's just so frustrating and demoralising to play that it just, the game always sort of begs you just to stop playing it, because it just trolls you so many times when you play this. But it's still good. It's still a good game. It's just not one you can just sort of sit down and just pick up and play instantly. But that's not to say it's not a good game. It is a decent game. Next up we have Iron Ninja, which is a platformer, and yes, it's a little bit underrated. Throws in a couple of decent ideas. It's sort of a lot of action sequences, sort of a couple of nods to stuff like Ratchet and Clank and Monkey Ball and things like that. And yeah, it's not bad from what I've played. Not the greatest game in the world, but it's it's not bad. Next up we have Second Sight, which is made by Free Radical, the same people who made Time Splitters. And yeah, this is pretty good. It's sort of similar to Psyops. The only difference is it's not an action game, it's a stealth game. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. I personally prefer the powers in Psyops, but this one isn't bad either. It certainly looks better than Psyops, by today's standards anyway. But yeah, it was fun. It gets a little bit annoying near the end, but yeah, it's still good. Next up we have Smash Court Tennis Pro Tournament 2, which I became very addicted to back in the day. I'd actually say that it's better than Virtual Tennis 2 on the PS2, but I always deemed Virtual Tennis a Dreamcast or a arcade game than the PS2 game. So, but yeah, for me, this is the best tennis game on PS2, and it's quite interesting how the career mode, it sort of, rather than you play whole matches, you sort of get dropped into pivotal moments of a match, which can determine whether you win or lose. And I thought that was kind of interesting. So but yeah, really fun game. Next up, we have The Thing, which I have not played, but from what I've seen and heard, it's kind of like complex in its control scheme. But I've also heard that compared to like a lot of movies tie-in like licensed games, it's one of the better ones. So yeah, I look forward to giving that a go. Next up, we have Fantavision, which was a PS2 launch title, and it's a very odd game. It's sort of you create like fireworks in the sky. It's kind of not too dissimilar to like Res, for example, where you had to like shoot the sort of lights and create music and stuff. This you sort of create like fireworks, and it's weird. Like the cutscenes as well, it's just like so bizarre. It just makes absolutely no sense. But it's a decent game for a launch title anyway. Next up, we have Dragon Quest: Journey of the Cursed King, also known as Dragon Quest VIII. And yes, this is a fantastic RPG. It's got the art design of the creator of Dragon Ball Z. It really shows from like the facial details and things like that. And yeah, it's a great looking game. The music as well is absolutely outstanding, and yeah, it's really long too. You can definitely get your money's worth from this game. Next up, we have Mr. Mosquito, which is kind of a unique game. You basically control Mosquito, and you have to sort of survive by sucking the blood out of this like Japanese family, and some of the dialogue and the accents are so bad they're hilarious, almost borderline racist as well. Sort of like watching thinking, really, this was allowed? But yeah, it's kind of like a tongue-in-cheek game, you know. It's not something to be taken too seriously, but yeah, it's decent for what it is. It's unique, so I like that. Next up, we have Urban Chaos: Riot Response. Not many people know this game from what I've seen, but you probably noticed this name here. And yes, this is from the same people who made Batman: Arkham Asylum and City, and yeah, it's really good for its time anyway. And you basically play like a member of this SWAT team to sort of clean up the city and help with sort of like the citizens like trust, and you can quite easily go through this like all guns blazing, but to get the best score you have to sort of be as sort of non-violent as possible, like by sort of restraining enemies and like tasering them and things like that. And that's really fun. And also you get like a riot shield, which is kind of novel for a game like this. And yeah, it's really enjoyable. It's sort of like arcadey in a way. You have like very short like missions, and you can basically just have fun, just sort of trying different things. Next up, we have another classic in my eyes, and that's Guitar Man. Absolutely fantastic game. Sort of rhythm action in the same style as Parappa the Rapper. A lot tougher, but you feel rewarded when you do get through a mission in this game, and yeah, it's great fun. A lot of the songs, if not all of them, are really memorable. So much so I've sort of downloaded quite a few of the songs myself. Next up, we have We Love Katamari. Absolutely fantastic and unique game. For those who don't know, you basically have like this ball, and you sort of roll up pretty much anything that isn't sort of nailed down really, and it sort of builds up. You have to sort of get this ball of stuff to like a certain size to complete the level, and it's kind of addictive. It's it's really fun. It's not the most complex game in the world, but yeah, it's really fun. Next up, we have Black, which is for me, it's probably the best FPS to come out on PS2. Just an absolute blast to play. You just sort of mow through absolutely everything, and the sound and the sort of graphics at the time just absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, really good. Far better than Body Count, which came out a few years ago, which is just absolutely horrendous. This Black is definitely the real deal as far as that is concerned. Next up, we have God Hand, which is an interesting game, but to be honest, I think it's a little bit too difficult than it needs to be, which is a shame because the cutscenes and the dialogue are hilarious. That you kind of want to sort of torture yourself for each mission to get to the next level, and but it is worth it in the end because it is an entertaining game. It's just a shame it's too difficult than it actually needs to be. Next up, we have Primal. Collector's edition, which comes with a soundtrack, which I have here. This is like a sort of platformer, it's an adventure game really. It's sort of similar to the likes of Soul Reaver, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. I haven't played a lot of it, but yeah, it's kind of an intriguing story. But yeah, I look forward to playing a bit more of it. Okay, next up we have Killer 7, which is another Suda51 game. I naturally try and seek out Suda51 games because I really enjoyed Shadows of the Damned and also Lollipop Chainsaw. And yeah, I've not actually had the chance to play this one, but it's pretty weird from what I've heard, and yeah, but I like weird games, so I can't wait to give it a go. And next up, we have one of my absolute favourite games, and that is Def Jam Fight for New York. Now, I absolutely hate like rap music of all kinds and like hip hop and things like that, but this as a game, this is just absolutely superb. I'm not into like tournament fighters, but a fighting game like this, where it's sort of similar to like the SmackDown games, but better, just sort of played right. Like it just from the moment I started playing it, I just absolutely loved the whole combat system and the all the special moves you could have for your created character. The story was pretty entertaining as well, and yeah, one of my absolute favourite games of all time. Certainly on the PS2 anyway, and I would love to see this be remade for Xbox Live Arcade or PSN or whatever, but yeah, it seems to be like forgotten for some reason, which is a shame. Finally, we have Metal Arms: Glitch in the System, a game I unfortunately haven't had the chance to play, but I've heard really good things about. But yeah, I'll definitely give it a chance when I have the opportunity to. But I've heard good things. I've heard very good things. And yeah, that's it for this part. And stay tuned for hopefully that will be the final part of this PS2 collection. Stay tuned.